start the meeting now, and we have a couple of announcements. There is somebody here that wants to talk about fluoridation. Where is she? Right here.
My name is Arlene Gutsy. I live in Sunnyvale. And last month, when the Santa Clara County Water Board voted to fluoridate all the water in our county, I got a little upset. So I started doing some research. Basically, I'm a writer and a researcher, and I have sold articles to the Mercury News 25 years ago. So I thought I would try to get a response in the Mercury News. They editorialized twice favoring fluoride, so I was after them to give the other side. And they rejected everything I had in my article. I'm giving you a little green sheet today. It has a few items about fluoride in it. The one thing I discovered is it's hard to know the truth from the exaggerations on both sides of the issue. I am very much against it, especially when I learned how much fluoride is in our food, and especially in baby food. Babies are not supposed to have any fluoride, and yet several labs, including the USDA, has long lists, 237 baby food items have fluoride in them, especially Gerber's white grape juice and all the chicken. It exceeds quite a few times the daily, well, they're not supposed to have anything, so all the foods exceed their the quota for babies. For adults and men and women, we have a higher ratio that we can absorb in fluoride.
Is the fluoride added to the baby food, or is it just?
Well, some of it, no, it's 2/3 of the water in this country is fluoridated. Places that make processed juices likely use fluoridated water. The white grape juice, and with the adult food, the worst food you can drink is instant tea. There's enough in one glass of tea because the tea leaves absorb from the ground, but then there probably also you're adding fluoridated water to it. It is astronomically high in tea, as it is in white grape juice, as in wines, and in raisins. They put a pesticide on the grapes. And well, as you know, the type of fluoride they now have in most of the water in this country comes from, it's a waste product from pesticides. So it's the more you read about it, the sicker we can get. However, as a writer, I am gathering all these facts, and some of them are supposed facts, and some of them are on your little sheet. So what I have done, and you will find that in a box on those sheets, as emails for the Santa Clara County Water Board, for a couple of the organizations who will fund it, First Five, a couple of them there, as well as Barbara Eastman, who is the main editorial writer of the Mercury News. And so every few days I send them another little blurb about what fluoride status is. You'll see some of them on here. The only damage that anyone admits is that it causes stains on children's teeth. Well, it does a lot more than that. It goes to the pineal gland, and that's my next article to them next week, because I've been researching what fluoride does in the pineal gland, and it's not a pretty picture. Tests on over 400,000 kids have showed that they absorb more lead in fluoridated countries and thus have lower IQs. It's also possibly related to learning disabilities and behavior problems and crime. So there's a few more here. So anyway, all I'm asking is, I got a petition on this from change.com, and I don't know how those petitions go, but they've already gotten at least 50 letters from people telling them they're not interested in having the fluoride. Just go off.
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right. They're not interested in having the fluoride in the water. So what I'm asking is that you have some emails there. You can just type them all into an email and then write them a paragraph or two about why you do not want water in the county. My water doesn't have it in Sunnyvale, although 2 other parts of Sunnyvale have it. Many of you may not be in the county, but you can sign your name and just tell them that hopefully you're against the fluoridation and for any one of a number of causes. Some are listed here. The FDA has never tested the fluoride. Originally it was sodium fluoride, known as a rat poison, back in the 40s. In the 50s it was determined it is now silicone fluoride, which is a waste product of fertilizer. It's toxic, it's not healthy. There are lots of side effects to it. So in many places they are decreasing and cities are trying to get rid of it.
Comment, what's your comment?
I've read it.
He has a great talk about fluoride. I'll put the link on the webpage for tonight. Anybody can
Paul Connick, yes.
Yeah, Los Altos doesn't have it yet, but they're pushing it.
I have on my home list at home, I have about 80 emails for the mayors and the city council members in all the cities in the county. So they all get their little blurbs from me, and I'm trying to do it pleasantly and sometimes with good humor.
We should all forward those emails ourselves.
Pardon me?
We should all forward those emails ourselves.
But I would say write your own little emails. That
That's
little
not gonna happen. We'll forward yours, but you're not gonna get us all to write emails.
No, you know, it's
forward
got to
yours.
come from other people.
Yeah, but we should forward yours.
Yeah. So, and you can look up anything you want on the web. You can look up the USDA list of foods and see just what it is you're eating that's full of fluoride. And you will not want to drink much tea or wine anymore.
Look up Cryolite, Kryolite, Na3ALF6. There are 6 fluorides in cryolite, and the ore may be used for other purposes, in which case you're getting an aluminum in there, which isn't good for the brain.
Well, you're getting aluminum in the flu shot if you get it, which is the worst flu season now in 8 years, and the flu vaccine's good, well, 1% of the time. Yeah, we get the kids, my goal in life is, I have 18 grandkids and 7 kids, to keep the toxins out of them. They get 34 vaccines by age 4, which is full of mercury, formaldehyde, and aluminum to the brain. I don't know how they can grow up healthy, but seeing that this much is in their foods is just...
Now, before we introduce the short speakers, and third is going to talk on you see a lot of enthusiasm there. Are there any pressing issues or items that people want to bring up?
I just want to make a quick announcement. Tomorrow night on the Dr. Oz show, I believe Susan Summers is going to be on discussing her cancer and her work, and I think that's
Jane Fonda or Susan Simmons?
Suzanne Summers.
Now, any other issues? Well, Sharon will introduce, jump further here.